Hi guys, a quick update on the RDF. Well, hi guys. We're in the process of major change at the moment. As you all know, we've got it coming. My pond's a little bit neglected at the moment because I've got all this on, but I will sort it out afterwards. So let's take a look at what's going on. If we have a quick look in the shed, it's gone. The Pro filter has now gone, and I'm going to start connecting the RDF up. I've got to redo the holes in the other end and move pumps about and move everything about to accommodate it. So there's quite a bit of pipe work to do. I'm going to repipe it because I want to come in solely on 2-inch pipe really, where it did drop to 1.5 inches, 1.5 last time. I want to keep it on 2-inch till the split if I can this time. And outside you will see the Pro has now taken up the patio, which the wife's well pleased about, I must say, but it's not for long, just till I get this done. It's just so that I can keep a filter running on the pond. That's the main thing. It's just till I get all this repiped and the new filter in. So I want to press on with it and see how we go. Okay, well, the filter's in the shed. We've got it in here. So now what I'm doing is the pipe work. The pump, as I said, I've got in on 2-inch and it's feed up to 2-inch till the pipe splits. So I've got that all 2-inch. What I haven't had room for was a non-return valve, but I've got the 2 taps, so if I'm going to turn the pump off, I'll just shut the 2 taps off and then into my UV, and the other one's got to follow that round, and that is then going to go up to the other end of the filters. So we're in here. I've not got the 2 connected yet in between. I've still got to do that, and I've not got the outflow in the end of the moving bed fixed yet, but we are proceeding. Right, well, that's got all the feed in. Nothing solvent welded yet, by the way. I've just fitted it all together for the moment, but the feed comes in into the pump, up to the split, half through the Evo 30 and the other half. I haven't put the pond heater in at the moment because I can do that any time. I just want to get all the pipe work in. Half through the Evo, and then it comes out and comes out down there and goes into the filter. So that's all that done. So now I can take it all to pieces, solvent weld it all together and fix it. I shall leave that end so that I can take it off to move this backwards and forwards. The main filter, I can move that backwards and forwards to get the 2 bulkheads down there fitted. So I'm not going to solvent weld the other end yet, so I can still move that if I need. But I shall everything else will be fitted in. I have put my Evo back on that wall, which I said I wouldn't, but I've got a coupler. I thought about it, and I've got a coupler on both ends, so I can just undo them and lift it out. So that's not too much of a problem if I wanted to put a bulb in. The reason I've taken it off this wall is because I wanted these filters as close to that back wall as possible. I wanted to get it that far as much as I possibly could, and the Evo would have meant it'd have had to come out another 3 inches, and I didn't really want that because it comes well out into the shed now. I've still got the lid to put on that one, but we're getting there. Well on the way now, guys. Well guys, it's in, it's up and it's running. Now we're going to see how things go. It's all finished, all up and running. The box is on the wall. I have got a door to put on that yet. I haven't got the door on that yet, but it is up and it's running and it's catching the dirt, as you can see. I have got the moving bed in, but as you can see isn't moving. The reason for that is I am trying something out. What I'm doing is I'm running it for 4 hours a day, and I shall keep a monitor on my ammonia and nitrite levels and see if this does actually work. But it's all in, as you can see. I've got the Blagden air pump on this, 60 litre, so I'm going to see how it goes, and I shall monitor my levels. I can give you a look. I'll just switch it on when it's running. So you can see we've got plenty of air on there, and that, like I say, kicks in 4 times a day. So we've got good movement there. Give it a good stir up during the day. That's that working right. And like I've got the lid on, I couldn't hinge the top from the back as I did with the filter itself because of the pipe work. I've gone with the 2-inch from the filter into the moving bed. A couple of rubber connections I've used on there, rubber straight connectors, but everything seems to be fine. It's keeping the mesh nice and clean, so we'll see how it goes. It's under trial. I have actually changed the timer on the moving bed. I did have it on for an hour at a time. What I've done now is actually I have it on for 6 or 7 half hours a day, which I find better, and also one in the night. But I do find the half an hour, run it for half an hour and then it'll switch off again for a couple of hours, and that's how I'm running it at the moment. Well guys, this is the pond. There's all the little ones down there. They've come up and having a bit of a sunbathe. It is warm here today, but that's the pond with the RDF running on it. Is it as good as the Pro, or is it better than the Pro? No, I don't think it's better, to be honest. What I do think is it's on a par, it's as good, but the bonus with this is you're not straining through all the dirt you've caught for a week. The dirt's taken straight out, so you're not repolluting your water like all other filters do by straining your water through dirt. And my pond gets sun all day long, non-stop. I don't know whether you can see it on the inside. There's a little bit of short, tiny, woolly algae type stuff growing. Well, with the Pro that was floating on the pond, but I have to say the RDF has taken that straight out. My skimmer's not working at the moment again. The pump seems to want to play up for some reason, and you can probably tell there's a little bit of stuff on the top of the pond. I've got to get the pump sorted out. I don't know what's up with the pump, but I'll get that done, and then we shall have a clean top on the pond. It'll make the pond look a lot better. But well impressed with it at the moment, I have to say, and it's not put a foot wrong since it's been in there. It's performed brilliantly. This is after about a week and a half it's been on the pond. You can really see the young ones. I'll see if I can zoom in so that you can get a look. Over there, that's the little ones in the pond. They're starting to grow now. Water temperature's about 23, 24 at the minute. It's plus 30 here at the moment. It's a really lovely day. Now, the working of this RDF, I have to admit, I absolutely love it. I love the way it's working, and the principle is brilliant, and it hasn't put a foot wrong. It's been absolutely remarkable. So I've got no complaints in that department at all. There's just a couple of things I'm going to change, but they're just minor things. The moving bed is doing a cracking job. I've got no ammonia or nitrate in the pond at all, so that seems to be working well. It's just the mesh. It's working fine. It's me, I'm afraid. I've always got this in the back of my mind, would it work better with something a little bit finer? So I'm going to have to try it, otherwise it will torture me to death. And plus I'll want to release this, and I want it the best it could possibly be. So it is going to set releasing the plans back a while, because I've ordered the mesh. I've got to wait for it to come, and then I've got to get it fitted, and then I want to run it to see how it performs. I mean, this as it is really taking out the dirt. I don't know if you can see that. I hope you can see that. That's the dirt in the bucket it's taking out. So it's really taking the dirt out of the pond, but like I say, it is nagging me if the next grade up on the mesh would be any better. If it's not, I can put this back in, it's not a problem. It's cost me a few bob, but that doesn't matter. It's just satisfying this nagging in my mind, would a finer mesh go even better? This is the pond on the mesh that we're on at the moment. As you can see, the water's clear. It doesn't look quite so good because my skimmer pump's packed up, so I've got no skimmer and I've got quite a bit of surface rubbish floating really, so that's not doing it any favours. But I can see the bottom as clear as day, so I've no problems with the mesh that's in there. It's just the nagging in my mind, could it go better? And I've got to know, so hence I've ordered some more mesh. So we'll see how that goes. So I'm sorry if everybody's waiting for the plans, but I've got to know if this is going to be successful. Now, someone said to me, if your pro system's that good, why am I looking for something else? It's not really a case of that. What I am actually doing is trying to bring filters to people like myself that can't afford 3,000 quid for a RDF filter or £1,500 for a Nexus filter. I mean, I sort of did it for myself originally, and I built the master system and it was that good, I brought it to you guys. But since then things have escalated slightly, and I seem to be on a mission to see if I can build and bring the quality of filter to people like myself that can't afford all these fancy filters. See if we can't build them ourselves at a reasonable rate, so we can get the same filtration qualities as everybody else is getting that's got plenty of money at a lot lower cost. And that seems to be my aim now. I just love building, I do love building them, I love the task and I love doing it. I do love the challenge, and if we can all benefit from it in the end and get quality filtration from it, that's where I get my kick, I think. Support I get from you guys is absolutely unbelievable, fantastic, and that's why I'm doing it, I suppose. I still have the Pro filter tucked away at the back there. I will sell eventually, but not at the moment. I want to get all this RDF sorted out, and the RDF is going to have to be as good as that is before I'm finished. So I'm not letting that go at the moment. I will eventually, I suppose, because I love the way the RDF runs and how it's going. But I want to push the RDF to the limit. I want to know exactly what it is capable of, because that Pro system is really good. I mean, that was built to compete with the Nexus. That's what I built that for. It was so that people like us could have the quality of the Nexus filters on our ponds without the £1,500 retail price tag, which it's been, I must say, very successful, which has enabled me to build the RDF. But like I say, I also love the project. I do love the project and sorting all this out, basically. It gives me something to do. Anyway guys, I just thought I'd bring you a quick update, let you know what's happening, how things are going. It's a bit overcast here today, not a lot of sunshine, but as always, take care, thanks for watching, and happy ponding.